Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today you join me on the Trailmakers stream where we're about to see the very first dev diary of 8, by the way. So, well, there's no time left to introduce you anymore because it's about to start. So here we go. Fantastic. Is this... is this thing working? So apparently, it turns out that I do have time to show things. So, the first thing I would like to cover today, now that the stream is currently delayed due to technical difficulties, is this. A couple of weeks ago, this video was sent into people's inboxes as part of a Trailmakers newsletter. Just have a look at this really quickly. Very short, but all it is a short clip of a demonstration of terrain deformation that is being worked on for the 2.2 update. And I think that is really nice to see because, well, mud is muddy and you'd expect mud to just, like, you know, move out of the way when you drive over it, but currently it does not. So that's very nice to see. However, I don't think mud is going to be the only thing that is getting this change. I think some other cool things to see that happen in would be maybe sand. Sand would be really nice. So like you kind of like sink into the sand dunes a little bit. That would be nice. And absolutely also snow, because snow is extremely underrepresented in Trailmakers, so it would be really nice to see snow get an update at long last. But yeah, there is something else. There's this special announcement where they announced the tank tracks as confirmed right here, and they're going to be free. So let's have a look at this as well.
Press buttons and see what happens. I learned that from Scrapman. I just don't get it. What the hell are we doing here? We have an update to finish. Switch places with me. Trust me on this. Okay, I get it now. Guys, get to work! We need this in Trailmakers! I feel like this could have been an email.
And there you go. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the announcement that tank tracks are officially coming to the game, which is absolutely fantastic because we've been asking for tank tracks for the most stupendous amount of time. It's as contested a suggestion in the suggestions channel as the 1x1x1 block, but we all know that one's not coming. Thankfully though, tank tracks are, so it's just amazing. I can't wait to see what those look like and how they perform. Hopefully they get those right, and hopefully they're modular, but we'll just have to see. Moving on, we also have the schedule for 2.2 Dev Diaries. So obviously 2.2 is the name of the version number that is going to be the next update. Now, as you may see over here, it is the 29th, but unfortunately Johanna's had a family issue that surfaced yesterday, so this stream is happening today. But we see here, today it was going to be, well, I don't know if it's going to happen, but it was supposed to be modding with Franz. So basically, Franz is the modding support person, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, for Trailmakers updates. He makes sure that mods still work and stuff, I think. Basically, he's the modding guy, and if I'm reading between the lines correctly here, it probably means that there are some modding updates in 2.2, so that is probably what is going to get covered in this stream. Then, next week, right here, on September 4th, we are going to get Tank Tracks with Home, and I'm pretty sure Home is the, he's like the Trailmakers director. Wait, are they back? Oh my god, they're back. Okay, hold everything, they're back. But, so, to complete my thought, next week is going to be Tank Tracks. But for now, let me just see what's going on here. So, I don't personally feel like going through half an hour of modding mumbo jumbo that I don't quite understand. So, I have very loosely summarized what happened. So, to begin with, they showed off coloring that didn't really work before, but some more features have been added and bugs have been fixed in terms of being able to color a player's vehicle using the mod, and also being able to, well, before you could read what the color of something is, like how Jess uses it with the custom missiles mod to turn certain objects into trackers or missiles or flares with different colored objects, or like different colored blocks. Now you can, like, you know, like make something be colored differently, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, we also have wind that you can map in, you can like code in using a mod, and you don't have to like spawn in like with, I think there's a wind asset in Trail Mappers, but like if you want wind, you don't have to use that anymore, so that's really cool. There's also a whole list of new spawnable objects that you can use. What else is there? So Stino made a Melvin spawning mod where the big Melvin object that is now movable and stuff, you can just spawn in a whole crap load of those, make them rain, spawn in 500 at the same time, all sorts of stuff. And then finally, Browns also spawned in a city kind of thing to demonstrate the player camera colliding with custom spawned meshes, which was something that didn't happen before. You may or may not be aware, if you are in the modding scene, that your camera likes to clip through custom spawned objects and meshes, but now it really likes to just collide with it instead and stay outside and not like be in it instead. So that's also really cool. Yeah, this is like editing Yeetify, sifting through it manually and not having to edit all of it because he didn't feel like it. So there you go, you're welcome. Let's get back to the video. And breaking news, this just in, Flashbulb Games has regained independence. Their parent company, Nordisk Games, has resold the studio back to the original founders, these guys. I will not embarrass myself and them by trying to pronounce their names, but, you know, that also happened. So, yeah, that's really cool. Hopefully, editing Yeetify will be able to make heads and tails of that stream. But back to what I was saying before it happened. We have here the schedule for all of the dev diaries. And as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 6 of them are to be announced because the content, well, they don't want us to know what it is yet. Well, I know what it is, but I can't tell you. So what this basically means is that Flashbulb expects to be somewhat done a few weeks after October 16th, top end. Just like with every Upate news that I've done so far, the schedule for the dev diaries has given us a good baseline for figuring out approximately when we will get a release date or when we will get the update. So if we count forward here, if we counted from the 28th, which is the first day in the schedule, we go to the 4th, then the 11th, the 18th, the 25th, the 2nd, the 9th, and finally the 16th. This is the day of the final dev diary for 2.2. So I would expect the update to release by the end of October. Within this is my estimate. I predict that the Trailmakers 2.2 update is going to come out before October 31st and after October 16th. And if I had to guess a specific day, I think it is going to be I'm going to say the 21st. I'm guessing that the update will come out October 21st. But that's essentially it for today's Upate news. It's been a little bit all over the place because I've been doing this on the fly and completely live with no notes at all. And also the dev diary was kind of a mess as well. So I don't know if this is going to be as enjoyable as when I have a clear, concise start to finish, like, you know, like sequence of stuff that I want to say, because usually I have a script for my dev diary that I type up by hand before I start speaking. I didn't have that today, so let me know if you like the script more, if you liked no script more, just like today. But subscribe for more Trailmakers news, and we'll see you all in the next video. See ya.